Welcome to Mobile GOP Talk. My name is Donald. Normally I would be much more cheerful than I am at the moment, but today is a pretty somber day for our country. I want to send my deepest condolences to the family of Corey Compatore. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Corey Compatore sadly lost his life Saturday, July 13th, shielding his family from gunfire at the Pennsylvania Trump rally. Not only Corey Compatore, but two other individuals also were hit or critically wounded individuals. If you are a heavily praying person, I would ask that you please pray for these individuals. Pray for the families as well. I can only imagine what the families are going through at the moment. Pray for our country. Pray for Donald Trump. Pray for his family. As I understand, Barron Trump isn't doing too well with the shooting. I've recently learned that Barron Trump is also autistic. My wife's daughter is autistic as well. It's not easy. It's not the easiest thing having an autistic child and dealing with stressful situations. Excuse me. But I want you guys to understand that political violence is not the American way. We're not a communist country. You know, political violence is what we see in a banana republic. We're not a banana republic. We're not a communist country. This is America, one of the strongest, most amazing countries. People come here looking for freedom. People come here looking to be lifted up and loved by their brothers and sisters in arms and fellow citizens. People come here looking to make a new life, and this is what we see is an assassination attempt on the leading candidate for president. I don't think so. So I just ask that you guys continue to pray for our country. And I'm just going to go ahead and get into my episode. On July 13th, Donald Trump held a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. Shortly into his message, you can see him turn his head to the right, and then he grabs his ear. Shortly after, just moments after he grabs his ear, you can hear shots ring out. And then he ducks. Secret Service surrounds him. And then, in the most patriotic move I've ever seen, Donald Trump fights his way out of Secret Service's clutches, stands up, puts his fist in the air, yells, "Fight, fight, fight." I'm happy to see that Secret Service surrounded him so quickly. But I'm a veteran myself. I know any jackass, I'm sorry for the swear words, you guys, any idiot can be half-ass accurate up to 300 yards with an AR-15 or an M16. And a well-trained Marine is accurate up to 500 yards. So, Secret Service and local law enforcement was alerted to this person, the suspicious person, before Donald Trump took stage. Why was he allowed to take the stage? I'm sorry. I don't understand why Secret Service would allow him to take stage when a suspicious person was spotted. Not only does that put the person being protected in danger, but it also puts all the civilians not only behind him, but on the sides of him and in front of him in danger as well. Everybody was in danger from the moment Donald Trump went on stage. And Secret Service knew that. The head of Secret Service, I forget her name, Cheadle, said that the roof was too sloped for her Secret Service agents to be able to take that roof. But the rooftop that the counter sniper was on top of had an even steeper pitch. I don't think Secret Service was there to protect Donald Trump that day. Personally, me. But I'm just typical conspiracy theorist, I guess. July 8th, Kenneth P. Vogel posted a message on X, formerly known as Twitter, that Biden told his donors on a phone call that it's time to put Trump in the bullseye. Does that not sound suspicious to you? I talk a lot about the Constitution and Declaration of Independence. I speak a lot about the Bill of Rights. I talk a lot about it to you guys. I talk a lot about it to my friends and my wife, obviously. I genuinely believe it's truly important for us to know our rights. If you don't know your rights, it's easily stripped from you. In recent days, there's been talk of invoking the 25th Amendment. The 25th Amendment is a rarely used provision where, well, I'm sorry, let me go back. It's a rarely used provision that was ratified in 1967. This amendment allows an infirmed or disabled president to permanently or even temporarily step aside and allow the vice president to take power. Today you learn the 25th Amendment. Don't say you ain't never learned nothing from me. And don't forget, I want you guys to understand this, because not only does the left, but the right also says this on a regular basis, that we are a democracy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not a democracy. The Republicans are saying it, the Democrats are saying it, the Libertarians are saying it, the progressive movement is saying it. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. That means we are a republic governed by a constitution. The Constitution lays the framework and limitations for the government. But more importantly, it protects your rights. Normally I talk more about what's going on here locally, Mobile, Alabama. But it's been a big week federally. I'm sorry. It really has. AOC filed articles of impeachment against Justices Thomas and Alito over their refusal to recuse themselves from certain cases. Absent resignation, they need to be removed, AOC said on the House floor, arguing that the two justices were a threat to the rule of law. I honestly believe that AOC herself is a threat to the rule of law. But that's just me. It has been a big week federally. But I have something I want to say to you guys. There was this guy I heard speak a while back. He said the drug problem transcends partisanship. To me, this was a very profound statement because it couldn't be more true. Drugs like fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamines. They kill indiscriminately. They take people and they harm them indiscriminately. They don't care if you vote Republican, Democrat. They don't care what skin color you are. It doesn't matter. You can be wealthy or poor. They don't care. I also want to say that this is kind of hard for me to say, because a lot of people don't really like the way I'm going to word this, but it's true. It really is true, and it's going to hurt some people's feelings. But you cannot force an addict to get clean. The addict has to want to get clean here, down in their soul, before they can get clean. You can't just drag them to rehab and throw them in rehab and make them get clean. They've got to want to get clean. Now, last year, Kay Ivey awarded $1.88 million to continue the fight against drugs and drug-related crime in the state of Alabama. This year, she awarded $1.6 million for a statewide effort to continue the fight against illegal drugs. Now, while you and I are fighting to keep our loved ones and our family members and our friends clean and help them, show them that we love them, and show them that we want them to get clean, to help them want to get clean, places like San Francisco, Pittsburgh, big, heavy blue cities, they're fighting to keep addicts dirty. Now, how might you ask, are they doing this? I'm going to tell you. They are setting up drug vending machines. What is that, you might ask? This is a vending machine that has everything the addict needs to get high. Crack pipes, hypodermic needles, everything. Every single thing the addict needs to get high except for the drug itself. They are spending their money, the state's money, the city's money, whatever, to keep the addict addicted, rather than taking that money and allocating it to rehabs and other sources to help get the addict clean. Now, I respect everybody's choices. If you choose to be homeless and be dirty, that's your choice. But the states and the cities should not be supporting addiction. They should be supporting getting the addict clean. Unless they're just wanting to kill off these citizens. Donald Trump, in amazing fashion, won the RNC nomination, the Republican National Convention nomination, with 2,387 delegates. That's roughly 50 delegates short of all the Republican delegates. All he needed was 1,245 to win the nomination for Republican president, or I'm sorry, win the nomination for Republican presidential nominee. My apologies. While he was at the RNC, he named Ohio State Junior Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate. J.D. Vance is only 39 years old. That makes him the youngest VP nominee ever. Not only that, but he's also a Marine veteran. He served in the Marine Corps. My apologies. Once you served in the Marines, you're always a Marine. Vance was considered a never-Trumper a couple years back. He was asked, What made him change his mind? Why is he now support Donald Trump? And he simply said, Donald Trump changed my mind. Donald Trump made me a believer. Now, I'm going to admit, back in 2016, when Trump first ran for president, I was slightly critical of Donald Trump. Within, I don't know, less than his first year of being president, I was 100% go Donald Trump. He made me a believer in less than a year. Donald Trump did a fantastic job running this country. Nobody can deny that. If you do deny that, you're just blind or an idiot. Only 52 hours after a bullet ripped through his right ear, Donald Trump made his way through the RNC arena to the tune of, "I'm proud to be an American." If any of you watched the RNC, I did. Donald Trump looked absolutely exhausted. Absolutely exhausted. I can only imagine, after somebody tried to take my life, how sleepless I would have been. And after the lack of proper planning on the Secret Service's side, I would have been chewing somebody's ass. I have to say, though, making his way through the arena to a seat with all those people standing there, after, only 52 hours after an assassination attempt, he just walks right out into a crowd of thousands of people. Is that not a sign of bravery and strength? Is that not a sign of bravery and strength that this country needs right now? We've got a mumbling, bumbling fool that can barely walk on his own 2 feet, leading this country. Some of the worst foreign policy I've seen since I've been alive. We look like idiots right now. I'm probably not the most religious person you'll ever talk to. But I was raised in a religious home. I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. I moved down here to Mobile, Alabama when I was 16 years old. I live here on the Gulf Coast. They generally call this the Bible Belt from time to time. The First Amendment grants us freedom of speech, freedom of press, the freedom to assemble peacefully and protest, and the freedom of religion. When the Founding Fathers came to this country, a lot of people assume this and that and this and that, but the Founding Fathers were Protestant Christians fleeing the tyranny of Catholicism tyranny. Now, when they wrote the First Amendment and they put in freedom of religion, they were generally thinking of Christianity. But that grants us freedom of all religion, not just Christianity. You're allowed to be whatever religious or religion, whatever you want to be in this country. You can be Muslim, you can be pagan, you can be whatever. So I come today to ask you, whatever religion you are, pray for, in your own way, pray for this country. Pray for the families of the the injured people from the Trump rally. Pray for Corey Compertore's family. Pray that they feel a bit of ease in their hearts. And pray for Donald Trump's family as well. Just pray for the soul of this country in your own way. My name is Donald, and this has been Mobile GOP Talk. Thank you for having me.